Ahoy, ahoy, and welcome back to my channel. Or if this is your first time watching, welcome. And today we're going to take a look at McCartney III. This is the third installment in the trilogy of albums that are mostly or entirely performed by Paul McCartney. So the previous two albums were McCartney, released in 1970, and McCartney II, released in 1980. So this was released in 2020 and were recorded during those quarantine years. Yeah. So this is the probably the most vanilla version of the album, which I got for a really super duper low price. Actually, it was a freebie that came with the bundle deal. So I thought, yeah, I mean, which means it doesn't have bonus tracks. There are multiple variations of the cover where some had a red dice, some had green dice, and they were like um, they had different bonus tracks depending on where they were released, or editions. There were, I if I remember correctly, there were also Target store exclusive editions through Target and other retailers. Walmart, off the top of my head, I can't remember. But this is the most basic iteration of the album. So we're gonna take a look at the how it's packaged. So this is a gatefold CD. It's pretty much configured like how you would get gatefold vinyl records with um, that. So, and it took, well, the disc, it comes with a booklet right here, which we will take a look at later, and the CD itself is right here. This sleeve isn't doesn't come with a package. I keep a stash of protective inner sleeves for digi sleeves, because some of the glue sometimes comes off and goes onto the disc. So it's a good way to protect your CD. So yeah, taking a look at the back, that's the track list, and of course the gatefold. There's a sign of the times back in 2020. So this is the main cover right here, a textless, of course, doesn't have logo there, and then you got the lyrics and some pictures of Paul during that time. If I remember correctly, this bass was originally owned by Elvis Presley's bass player. Was that Bill Black? Couldn't remember, but yeah, and this was, if this was it, he also used it on Real Love, when they recorded Real Love back in the mid '90s. This is the hype sticker, and it's I've attached it onto a backing sheet. I posted a video about how to preserve your hype stickers. I have a video of it on my channel if you want to check it out. And this is a trading card sleeve. Nothing special about it. So yeah, lyrics, and then more lyrics, and then Paul behind the drum kit. He really learned a lot from Ringo with the doing the tea towels on his drum setup and all that. And then there's Sir Paul, which, by the way, is, yeah, it's just enlarged, and credits, of course, and made in Rockdown, lockdown, but rock, I suppose. The album design is it took a lot of some cues from the previous album's designs. Like I like how this is constructed with the black inner lining, yeah, and which, and this is one way you could tell if a CD, most of Beatles digi sleeves, you could tell if it's fake, if it's just plain white. I mean, there are some that are plain white, but whenever there's a continued image, they usually put in, or in this case it's black, but they usually put in some something in there just to make it not plain white. The that this design actually took some of its cues from um, previous albums, like in McCartney, um, the first album. There are pictures on the well in this version. This is the archive collection. There are pictures that were um, distributed throughout the booklet, but in the original 1970 release, these are you know spread out in a gatefold design. Like I think if you get the single disc version of McCartney, you could get the closer to the original layout. Then the back cover, it took some design cues from McCartney II with the border. You could see there's a colored border there, and then yeah, there's a it's reminiscent of the design. Well, anyway, that is our quick look at McCartney III. You the other designs, the other variations that I was talking about with a different. I'm not entirely sure if the design. I do know that some of the pictures at the back are different. So, if you're into collecting variants, album cover variants, you might end up with quite more than more than a few copies of McCartney III in your collection. But for me though, this is I'm good with the vanilla version. So that's it for today, and until the next video, be good.